Football, that's the breaking story. France out of the Euros. 3-3 after extra time. It went to a penalty shootout. Kylian Mbappe's penalty saved by the Swiss keeper Yann Sommer, making it 5-4. And France, tournament favourites, world champions, now on their way back to Paris. And of all people, Mbappe failing to score his spot kick. Simon Harding has been monitoring the situation. Here he is. Not quite what the script said, was it? France being knocked out.
No, not at all. And I've got to say, first and foremost, Switzerland were the worthy winners. They produced an absolutely outstanding performance, particularly in the first half, where France, in an unusual 3-5-2 formation lined up by Didier Deschamps, failed to create any chances. Severovic heading in the opening goal. France came out firing in the second half. The change in formation with Kingsley Coman coming in on the left wing in a more natural 4-4-2 completely changed the game. Karim Benzema scoring a brace in consecutive matches. Paul Pogba with an absolute beautiful third mark, curling the ball in from almost 30 yards out, only for Severovic to head in with 6 minutes left to play, and then Gravanovic to score in the 90th minute. You then mentioned it. It went to the penalty shootout. Every player got their penalty in, apart from Kylian Mbappe, the most expensive player in the world, the best player in the world, many reckon, missing his penalty. Huge credit to Yann Sommer, the goalkeeper, who saved it. But Switzerland beat France in an official competition for the very first time in their history, certainly not in the scripts. A result that is going to pose a lot of questions on this French team, who were the overwhelming favourites to win the tournament, but who really failed to play football in many of their games. They played a great second half against Portugal, a great second half against Switzerland, a decent 30 minutes against Hungary, and against Germany they got an own goal. So it does pose a lot of questions for France, the future with Didier Deschamps, but certainly the night belongs to Switzerland. Well done to them. Fantastic performance, and they will meet Spain in the quarterfinals.
Indeed, fantastic performance, as you say, and well done to the Swiss. For France, though, the expectation weighing heavily.
A lot of expectations around the French team, but, you know, with the generation of players you have, Mbappe, Pogba, Griezmann, Benzema returning to the team, so much was made of Karim Benzema, and we have to say that he's probably one of the only French players, along with Paul Pogba, who really delivered. Kylian Mbappe didn't score in the tournament at all, considering his season with Paris Saint-Germain. So, as I mentioned, there are going to be a lot of question marks, particularly surrounding the style of play. Very negative, very defensive, relying on the speed of Mbappe on the counter-attack to create chances, but not dominating games. And particularly when you watch the match against Switzerland that we've just seen, France sat back in the first 45 minutes, were punished, came out firing in the second, and Switzerland were nowhere near them. As soon as they went 3-1 ahead, sat back again. Switzerland get one back. You're thinking, OK, they'll shut up shop now, dominate the game, dominate possession. Pogba sloppy in midfield, Kimpembe jumping into a challenge he should never do. You know, these are experienced players. So, yes, certainly the expectations weighing on them. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's a penalty shootout defeat, Mark. Anything can happen in a penalty shootout. We know that. And that's the way it finished.
Indeed. Yann Sommer, the man of the moment, Switzerland's goalkeeper. Simon, thank you very much indeed. Simon back with more analysis with Ruben Slater for Eurosport to discuss the ins and outs of how France failed to progress at the Euros and how Switzerland basically did a number on them.